Welcome to Boat Training Online. I'm Sean Pollard. And this story is a sea story told in jail. The inmate that I'm going to talk about is infamous. Everybody at every jail in New England knows this guy. The nurses at every hospital know this guy. He's just a real piece of work. And his deal is he loves to get into people's heads. If he can say anything that will rent space in your head, he will do it. And just absolute piece of work. So anyway, I'm on the Marine unit. My post assignment is the boat, so that's where I went to work every day. But occasionally, if the boat was doing maintenance or whatever, they would have us come back inside and work in the facility. And I didn't mind that because it was an opportunity to catch up with my some of my buddies. And so one of them that I wanted to go visit is doing a one-on-one with this guy. And they're in segregation. He's the only person in there, him and my buddy. So I go walking in and the guy starts on me as soon as I walk through the door. Oh, look, it's the boat bitch. And I just let it go. And so I go in and I'm trying to catch up with my buddy, and he's trying to trying to talk to us, and I'm like, I didn't come in to visit you. I came in to see my friend. So he gets angry and he starts urinating out the door. And I don't know why he left his sneakers outside the door, but I just flipped him over and made sure that the shoelaces diverted the stream away from us. And this really made him mad. He was gonna tell on me and all this, and I'm like, whatever. I made a couple comments about his character. And so he says to me, hey, Pollard, I think I'm gonna come visit you when I get out of jail. And I'm like, oh yeah? And he goes, yeah. I'm gonna come and I'm gonna have my way with your wife's backside. And when I get done, I'm gonna cut her throat. And if I have any mercy left, I'll cut your throat too. And I said, well, I've been in the phone book for 35 years. I'm not that hard to find. I said, stop by. Getting in my house is easy. Getting out, not so easy. And he goes, oh yeah, you're a real tough guy, right? And I'm like, well, I don't know what choice you're leaving me here, but stop by and we'll party. So now it's like a couple little schoolboys going back and forth. And I'm like, he said this to get into my head. So I'm like, hey, you like sea stories? And he said, what? I said, you like sea stories? And he said, yeah, I'll listen to your stupid sea story. And I said, okay. I said, when I was a young lad, first in the Coast Guard, my first small boat station, I was a third class petty officer. And I said, we had this senior chief who was an unbelievable woodworker. And he was making all kinds of different things around the unit. And one of the things he made was this great big coffee cup rack, ornate coffee cup rack. And it became a big morale deal. We all ordered coffee cups, and you put your name on it. You could put the station logo. You could put your stripes on. I mean, you could dress these cups up however you wanted to do it, and everybody was getting into it. He was a top spot, and then the first class, then the second class, then all those shit bags would find a hook wherever we could get one, and it was a big deal. And I said, this fireman comes walking in, and he heads right for the coffee mess, and he calls our mascot, Tigo. We have a black lab, and he goes, Tigo, come here. So the dog, we're on the mess deck. The dog thinks he's gonna get a treat. So he goes ripping in there, clack, 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 clack. And that fireman grabs the senior chief's cup off the rack, and he grabs that dog by the tail, and he jams that coffee cup right into that dog's sphincter and around his balls, and he starts spinning that coffee cup. The dog's eyes got about this big around. My eyes got about this big around. And he gets done, puts that coffee cup back up on the thing, and he turns around and stares right at me like, you better not say a word. And I'm like, holy mackerel. And I said, about 30 seconds later, the senior chief walks around the corner, grabs that coffee cup, and I'm like, oh no. And pours himself a cup of coffee, gets the sugar, he's pouring that, gets a stir stick, and he's blowing on it. And then he takes a couple pulls, and he yells out to the cook, hey Cookie, that's a damn good cup of coffee there. And he leaves, goes back to his office. So I got up, poured my coffee out, rinsed my cup out, took it upstairs, and I put it in my sea bag. And for the next 20 years, I never drank out of a cup with my name on it. Wait a minute. Isn't your name on every one of these food trays that comes in here? And your name is on your drinks? I said, there's no telling what you've eaten over the years. You treat everybody like crap, officers and inmates. I said, you could have been eating anything. And this guy just loses it, man. He just F you! And he's screaming at me, and I'm laughing at him, and I'm like, hey, I'm going down to the galley. You want me to bring you back an apple? Anyway, that's a sea story told in jail. One guy trying to get in the other guy's head, and let me know what you think. All right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.